In the intricate tapestry of the natural world, insects occupy a crucial yet often underappreciated role. Despite their small size, these tiny creatures wield immense power, sometimes posing significant threats to human health and well-being. While many insects contribute positively to ecosystems through pollination and decomposition, a select few have earned notoriety due to their potential to cause harm, transmit diseases, or deliver painful, and sometimes lethal, stings or bites. This exploration delves into the realm of the 20 most deadly insects, uncovering the hidden dangers they present and highlighting the need for awareness and precaution. Number 20. Bullet ant. The bullet ant is a tropical rainforest ant named for its powerfully painful sting, which is said to be comparable to being shot with a bullet. Although non-aggressive, bullet ants will sting when provoked. When one ant stings, it releases chemicals that signal other ants in the vicinity to sting repeatedly. The pain is described as blinding, electric pain, comparable to being shot with a gun. Two other insects, the tarantula hawk wasp and warrior wasp, have comparable stings to that of the bullet ant. However, the pain from the tarantula hawk sting lasts less than 5 minutes, and that from the warrior wasp extends to 2 hours. Bullet ant stings, on the other hand, produce waves of agony that last 12 to 24 hours. The primary toxin in bullet ant venom is ponerotoxin. In addition to excruciating pain, the venom produces temporary paralysis and uncontrollable shaking. Other symptoms include nausea, vomiting, fever, and cardiac arrhythmia. Allergic reactions to the venom are rare. While the venom is not lethal to humans, it paralyzes or kills other insects. Number 19. Africanized honeybee. Africanized honeybees, resulting from the accidental release of African honeybees into the Western Hemisphere in 1957 and their subsequent crossbreeding with local European honeybees. The Africanized honeybees, known for their rigorous defense of their colonies and for their tendency to swarm, were sensationally dubbed killer bees by news media and in movies. Africanized honeybees may be dangerous. They react to disturbances much more quickly than European honeybees do, and they attack in far greater numbers. Disturbed Africanized honeybees may inflict 10 times as many stings as European honeybees would on people or animals perceived as threats, and they will attack for a longer time and over a greater distance. Moreover, they take longer to calm down. Africanized honeybees have killed people, and they are especially dangerous to those who are allergic to bee venom as well as to those who cannot move away from them quickly, such as young children, older adults, and people who have mobility issues. Number 18. Assassin caterpillar. You need to be careful in rainforests. The fauna and flora can be lethal. For example, nestled within the rainforests of South America is possibly the world's deadliest caterpillar, Lonomia obliqua, aka the assassin caterpillar. Lonomia species venom can be fatal to humans. Before growing into a giant silkworm moth in the later stages of its life, Lonomia obliqua lies hidden away in the forest, blending into the trees with its mottled green and brown colors. The venomous caterpillar is bristling with hollow hairs that can puncture the skin of a grown man and inject a flow of deadly toxins. So, not the most popular animal in the jungle. Stored in sacs that rest at the base of each spine, obliqua caterpillar venom contains a powerful anti-clotting agent that can lead to severe internal bleeding. This internal bleeding can spread to other organs and, eventually, the brain, causing death. The good news? Most humans would likely need to be stung anywhere from 20 to 100 times for obliqua caterpillar toxin to be delivered in a dose that would be fatal. Number 17. Bulldog ant. The most dangerous ant in the world is the bulldog ant, Myrmecia pyriformis, found in coastal regions in Australia. In attack, it uses its sting and jaws simultaneously. There have been at least 3 human fatalities since 1936, the latest a Victorian farmer in 1988. The bulldog ant earned its name because of its ferocity and determination during an attack. It is extremely aggressive and shows little fear of human beings, stinging a number of times in quick succession and therefore injecting more venom with each bite. In an attack, the ant will hold on to its victim with long, toothed mandibles, curl its body underneath, and thrust its long barbless sting into the skin. On a few occasions, this sting has been enough to kill adults within 15 minutes. Number 16. Brazilian wandering spiders. Brazilian wandering spiders don't build webs but crawl on the forest floor at night in search of prey, which they kill with neurotoxic venom. These critters, also known as armed spiders or banana spiders, are some of the most venomous spiders on Earth. Their large mouthparts, or chelicerae, inflict painful bites loaded with neurotoxic venom that can be deadly to humans, especially children. Although in most cases immediate medical care can prevent death with antivenom, Brazilian wandering spiders are large, with bodies reaching up to 2 inches, 5 centimeters, and a leg span of up to 7 inches, 18 centimeters. The species vary in color, though all are hairy and mostly brown and gray, although some species have lightly colored spots on their abdomen. Number 15. Asian giant hornet. The Asian giant hornet is fairly common in many parts of Asia. These insects are large and distinctive, with a characteristic orange head and black banded orange body. Like any other social wasp, they will defend their nest if the colony is disrupted. Giant hornets have longer stingers than honeybees, and hornets do not break off their stingers when they sting. Because hornet stingers can puncture thick clothing, people should avoid hornets and their nests whenever possible. Just as with honeybee stings, an allergic reaction, or anaphylaxis, can occasionally put people in the hospital. In very rare cases, severe reactions can become fatal. But wasp and hornet stings killed fewer than 13 people a year in 2017 and 2018 in Japan, less than 0.00001% of the national population, in a country where many people spend time in the woods. If you are allergic to bee and wasp stings, it is best to avoid getting close to these insects and their nests. Wear white clothing outdoors, they are attracted to dark colors, and avoid carrying open-top sweet drinks such as sodas in the woods. Number 14. Tsetse fly. Tsetse fly, any of about 2 to 3 dozen species of blood-sucking flies in the housefly family, Mosquitoes, order Diptera, that occur only in Africa and transmit sleeping sickness in humans and a similar disease called nagana in domestic animals. Tsetse flies are distinguished in part by a forward-projecting piercing proboscis on the head that is capable of puncturing skin. They readily feed on the blood of humans, domestic animals, and wild game. Tsetse flies are robust, sparsely bristled insects that usually range from 6 to 16 millimeters, 0.2 to 0.6 inch, in length. In general, tsetse flies occur in woodlands, though they may fly out a short distance into open grasslands when attracted by a host animal. Both sexes suck blood almost daily, but daily activity patterns vary by species and environmental factors. Number 13. Kissing bugs. Kissing bugs tend to bite people on the face and near the mouth. They carry a parasite called Trypanosoma cruzi, which can develop into an infection. They are native to Mexico, Central America, South America, and parts of the United States. They're nicknamed kissing bugs for a rather unpleasant reason. They tend to bite people on the face and near the mouth. They can bite people on other parts of the body too. Kissing bugs carry a parasite called Trypanosoma cruzi. They pick up this parasite by feeding on a person or an animal with a T. cruzi infection. The parasite then lives in the kissing bug's intestines and feces. If feces containing the T. cruzi parasite get inside your body, you'll develop an infection known as Chagas disease. Kissing bugs are nocturnal, which means they come out at night to feed. Kissing bugs usually bite people when they're sleeping. The bites don't hurt, and you may not even know you've been bitten. Kissing bugs bite by injecting saliva that has an anesthetic property into the skin. It typically takes between 20 and 30 minutes for the bugs to feed. Number 12. Fleas. Flea, any of a group of blood-sucking insects that are important carriers of disease and can be serious pests. Fleas are parasites that live on the exterior of the host. As the chief agent transmitting the Black Death, bubonic plague, in the Middle Ages, they were an essential link in the chain of events that resulted in the death of a quarter of the population of Europe. Fleas are small, wingless insects with a tough cuticle bearing many bristles and frequently combs of broad, flattened spines. The adult flea varies from about 0.1 to 0.32 centimeters, 0.039 to 0.13 inch, in length and feeds exclusively on the blood of mammals, including humans and birds. Number 11. A botfly. The botfly is a type of parasitic fly, best known for disturbing images of its larval stage buried in skin and from horror stories of infested people. The botfly is any fly from the family Estridae. The flies are obligate internal mammalian parasites, which means they can't complete their life cycle unless the larvae have a suitable host. The only species of botfly that parasitizes humans is Dermatobia hominis. Like many species of botfly, Dermatobia grows within the skin. However, other species grow within the host's gut. With its hairy, striped body, you could say a botfly looks like a cross between a bumblebee and a housefly. Others liken a botfly to a living bot, or miniature flying robot because the reflective hairs give the fly a metallic appearance. Infestation with larval flies is termed menaces. While it is a characteristic of the botfly life cycle, it occurs with other types of flies, too. Several methods are used to remove fly larvae. The preferred method is to apply a topical anesthetic, slightly enlarge the opening for the mouthparts, and use forceps to remove the larvae. The easiest way to avoid getting infested with botflies is to avoid where they live. Number 10. Driver ants. Driver ant, African member of the insect subfamily Doralini, characterized by a nomadic existence alternating with quiet, egg-laying periods. These ferocious ant colonies, when in the nomadic stage, move to a new spot each day. Using their powerful cutting jaws, driver ants attack everything in their path, including snakes, birds, mammals, and even human beings. Their systematic search for prey involves climbing into trees and shrubs. They can also take on prey as big as a large rat or chicken, leave well-marked trails behind them, and are almost continuously on the move. When a driver ant colony goes on a raid, they routinely bring with them up to 50 million individuals. This breathtaking phenomenon can span hundreds of meters, perhaps even kilometers, and contains so many marching feet that it's audible from standing nearby. Number 9. Velvet ants. Velvet ant, any of a group of wasps that are named for the covering of dense hairs and somewhat ant-like appearance of the wingless females. Males are also covered with dense hairs but have wings and resemble wasps. Most species are brightly colored, with yellow, orange, or red patterns, ranging in size from about 6 to 20 millimeters, about 0.25 to 0.80 inch. Males are generally less brightly marked than the females. About 3,000 species are known, and they are most prevalent in the hot, dry regions of the Western Hemisphere. Females can use their ovipositor, egg-laying structure, as a powerful stinger. Both sexes make a squeaking sound by rubbing a special stridulating organ. Although most species are parasites of the immature stages of bees and wasps that nest in the ground, some parasitize ground-nesting flies or beetles. The female lays a single egg in each cell in which there is a host larva. The velvet ant larvae are external parasites of the immature host. In cool regions, velvet ants pass the winter in the pupal form. Number 8. Indian red scorpion. The Indian red scorpion, or Eastern Indian scorpion, is considered to be the most lethal scorpion in the world. Despite its common name, the scorpion isn't necessarily red. It can range in color from reddish-brown to orange or brown. The Indian red scorpion doesn't hunt people, but it will sting to defend itself. Children are most likely to die from stings because of their small size. The Indian red scorpion is a fairly small scorpion, ranging from 2 to 3.5 inches in length. It has relatively small pincers, a thickened tail, and a large stinger. Despite their potent venom, Indian red scorpions are kept as pets. They are also kept and bred in captivity for medical research. Scorpion toxins include potassium channel-blocking peptides, which may have use as immunosuppressants for autoimmune disorders. Some toxins may have application in dermatology, cancer treatment, and as anti-malarial drugs. Number 7. Deathstalker scorpion. In the deserts of North Africa to the Middle East, there's a scorpion that sounds like it was named by the US military. Known for its potent and sometimes deadly venom, the Deathstalker scorpion is a scary little guy. But does he live up to the hype? Deathstalker scorpions are a strange greeny-yellow color with deceptively weedy arms and a sting in the tail. That's not a metaphor, either. They have one of the most dangerous scorpion venoms known. Thankfully, that bar isn't as high as it is with spiders and snakes, but it's still best to avoid pushing your luck with one. Though many do, as this venom also comes with a lot of potential for medical treatments and has led some people to set up dodgy venom businesses to make a quick buck from a valuable resource that's hard to come by. The Deathstalker, as the name suggests, is quite dangerous. Its tiny little pincers look feeble and suggest a powerful compensatory venom, of which it has plenty. This venom can cause paralysis and respiratory failure and has been known to kill people, though it's not usually lethal to a healthy adult. Of the 500-plus species, only about 25 of them have ever killed anyone, and most of these are survivable. The deathstalker is on that short list and has contributed to the 2,600 deaths reported each year from scorpion stings. However, the chance of death from a scorpion sting is less than 1% in untreated adults. Number 6. Brown recluse spider. Brown recluse, venomous light tan or yellow spider, most common in the western and southern United States. It has a body length of about 0.25 inch and a leg span of about 2.5 centimeters, 1 inch. On the front half of its body, the cephalothorax, it has a dark violin-shaped design, the neck of which is formed by a conspicuous furrow on the midline of its back. The spider's 6 eyes are arranged in 2 rows. The brown recluse has extended its range into parts of the northern United States. Its natural habitat is in caves, rodent burrows, and other protected environments. In buildings, it is typically found in undisturbed locations such as attics, storage areas, and wall or ceiling voids. The venom of the brown recluse destroys the walls of blood vessels near the site of the bite, sometimes causing a large skin ulcer. The wound, which may require several months to heal, is occasionally fatal. Number 5. Mosquito. The tiny mosquito is actually more than a buzzing nuisance. It is the deadliest creature in the whole world. Yes, the lowly mosquito kills more individuals than any other animal each year. Thankfully, we can easily kill this bug with one swat, but mosquitoes can also sneak up on us and bite us before we even know we are a target, making them a formidable foe that can be tricky to control. Reports indicate that mosquitoes killed about 830,000 people worldwide in 2018. Astoundingly, these pests have been known to take out as many as 2 million people in just 1 year. According to the World Health Organization, over half of the world's population lives where there is also a mosquito population present, which is daunting considering the destruction they can cause. Mosquitoes kill people by biting them when the mosquitoes are infected with certain, potentially deadly diseases, spreading the illness to the person. It is thought that mosquitoes themselves become infected with some illnesses by first biting an infected animal, and then carrying the diseases over to a human victim. Number 4. Blister beetles. Blister beetles are both helpful and harmful to humans. The larvae eat grasshopper eggs, and, if abundant, adults can destroy crops. Adult blister beetles are often brightly colored, the need for camouflage being eliminated by their ability to secrete cantharidin. The female lays between 3,000 and 4,000 eggs. Only a few of the young survive. Blister beetles can be harmful to humans and animals. They produce a toxic substance called cantharidin, which is released as a defensive mechanism when they feel threatened. When cantharidin touches human skin, it can cause a burning sensation and destroy tissue. While blister beetle welts and blisters can be painful, the skin reaction isn't typically life-threatening or permanent. So, it's important to handle these insects with care. Number 3. Black widow spider. Black widow, any of about 30 species of black spiders, distinguished by an hourglass-shaped marking on the abdomen. Black widows are found throughout much of the world. The bite of the black widow often produces muscle pain, nausea, and mild paralysis of the diaphragm, which makes breathing difficult. Most victims recover without serious complications, but a bite can be fatal to very small children and the elderly. Latrodectus mictans is the most common species of black widow in North America. The female is shiny black and usually has a reddish to yellow hourglass design on the underside of the spherical abdomen. Sometimes 2 small triangles, instead of a complete hourglass, are present. The body is about 1 centimeter, about 0.4 inch, long. The male, seldom seen because it is often killed and eaten by the female after mating, is between about 1/4 and 1/2 the size of the female. Number 2. Fire ant. Fire ant, genus of nearly 200 species of ants that occur in tropical regions of the world, such as Central and South America, and in some temperate regions, such as North America. The sting of a fire ant is rated 1.2 on the Schmidt Sting Pain Index, developed by American chemist and entomologist Justin O. Schmidt to categorize the stings of ants, bees, and wasps. Schmidt, who used himself as a test subject for his index, described the pain of the sting as sharp, sudden, mildly alarming, like walking across a shag carpet and reaching for the light switch. Fire ants are social insects, and each colony consists of a queen, winged males and females, and 3 kinds of workers. A single nest averages approximately 25,000 workers, but far larger populations are common. Adult workers display aggressive behavior when under the threat of attack from neighboring ant colonies, while young fire ants, whose stingers and external skeletons are not yet fully developed, play dead. Number 1. The puss caterpillar. The puss caterpillar bears a striking resemblance to cousin Itt from the Addams family, a fuzzy little bug that one can't help but want to touch. However, beneath its hairy surface are poisonous barbs that pack a powerful sting, which can result in days and even weeks of pain. One of the most venomous caterpillars in the U.S., the puss can be found feasting on foliage in states between New Jersey and Florida and as far west as Texas. Most encounters typically occur when the caterpillar accidentally falls out of a tree or when people are removing leaves from around their home. A puss caterpillar stung the manager of Virginia Tech's insect when he accidentally brushed up against a tree while mowing his lawn in rural Virginia. He said it resulted in a burning sensation and a blister about an inch long at the sting site. The caterpillar can grow to a little over 1 inch long and is covered in gray and orange hairs, which have venom glands at the base. If you happen to get stung by the caterpillar, use tape to remove the hairs and then gently wash the area with soap and water. If the sting site begins to itch, use hydrocortisone cream or a baking soda and water paste for relief. If the pain worsens, seek out medical attention. The sting has been known to cause anaphylaxis in rare instances, which can be life-threatening. Thank you for joining us, and I will see you in the next one.